What's up, my plant people? My name is Stacia. This is Oops, I Saw My Planties, and thanks for coming to hang out. So today, I wanted to discuss my ever-growing Anthurium collection because it's getting big and I'm really enjoying it. Anybody who's been around and watched my channel for a little while knows this is not what my background normally looks like. And that is because today we're going to talk about every Anthurium I have in my collection. I'm going to show you what I've got, try to remember where I got them all, and just tell you what I like about them. So let's do this. Alrighty, so I'm going to start out with some of the more underwhelming ones for me. They're a little bit more underwhelming, but nonetheless, I like Anthurium, and Petey picked a couple of them out. That's why they live here now. So first and foremost, I have no clue what kind it is. I have no clue what's going on right here right now, but it normally stays very secluded from the rest of my plants. It's a little closer than I want it to be right now. It's going away. Alrighty, and this is a piece of one of the ones I propagated in my last video. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and take a look at it. I propagate some of these Anthurium, but this was in that video, and as you can see, it's pushing a new leaf, looking lovely. Again, just a basic regular Anthurium, nothing special about her except the fact that I love the leaves. Even though she doesn't do anything special, she's not velvety, I still love the leaves. There's something about Anthurium and the way they grow from the stalk, and babies will pop off, and y'all, I am still sweating. It is November 3rd, 2020, and it's 73 degrees here in Florida. 60% humidity, right? For those of you anywhere other than the United States who uses normal temperature, it's 22.5 degrees Celsius here. So, my garage is wide open. I'm hot. But as usual, I wanted to come give you guys a video. And honestly, this morning it was like 60 degrees. I thought it was going to be a gorgeous day. It's getting warm. But what do you do? So next on the list, this is my Anthurium Plowmanii. I like this one. I've seen pictures of it when it starts to get real big, the arms start to hang, so I'm waiting for that to happen. It's not looking bad. This is its newest leaf it's putting out right now. It's pretty good size. I mean, head test, pretty good size, and it's not done growing. Yeah, we're just going to watch that one and see what happens. Next on the list, and this one's looking kind of sad. I'm struggling a little, trying to figure it out. Maybe one day, but right now, she's not looking the best. So here's my Anthurium Bakerii. This is the newest leaf she just put out. It's got something going on right here. There's a little nub of something going on. I'm not quite sure what. Progress, not perfection. All right, next I have an Anthurium Pedatoradiatum, and actually I have multiples of this plant because it also is one I separated. Here's the main plant, and it had root rot really bad, so this is what we've got left of it. It's got a new leaf coming here, and something's going on. It's got a couple of new leaves. We'll see. But here's a couple of the babies I separated from it. Now they're starting to develop the palmate leaves. They're starting to get the little fingers that come off of it. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, let me stick these out of the way. All right, folks. Now we're getting into the better stuff. We're getting into the stuff that I really like. This is the stuff that's really, you know, touching that spot. Alrighty, so we will start with this one here. And this is my Anthurium Waterburyanum. I got it at Equigenera months ago. It was my first trip to Ecuador when I picked this one up. And this is the first leaf it's put out since I got it. And I know by the look of the other leaves that I didn't quite have the watering down. I'm better at it now, but I still, you know, whoops. All right, next we have this one here, which is my Anthurium Angamarcanum. Obviously, it is a very juvenile plant, but I really like it. These leaves were on here when I got it. This is the newest leaf it's pushing out in my care right now, and it's still very soft, but can you guys see that? Oh my, it's so pretty. I'm excited. All right, this one was an order that I put in from Ecuador. It is the Anthurium longilobatum. I like this plant. I can't wait until it gets bigger. This is the newest leaf it's putting out right now. It's still kind of tiny, but it's getting there. It's getting there. It's a really pretty plant. I like that one. That's all I can say. All right, next we have, and this was a gift from Amanda. And those of you who watched my last video also know I did a call out to all my plant bitches around because her house caught fire and she lost everything. So no more plants. And no more plants for me means sad Stacia. So I'm sure no more plants for Amanda means sad Amanda. And we want to make Amanda happy. So like I said in my last video, I'm going to say it again. If you want to give her a couple of plants, if you want to feel the planty kindness, go ahead and hit me up. I'll get you in touch with Amanda. I'll tag her Facebook page and her Instagram page here. You can reach out to her, see what she's looking for. If you want to give her a little something, if you're feeling the, need to give. I just want to see a little bit of light come back into my friend's life. That being said, this is what she sent me. She sent me this Anthurium Sirih. It is a cross of Luxurians and I think Radicans. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know it's a Luxurians cross. This is the newest leaf that this one just put out right here. Ooh, baby. That's a good one. I like that one. All right, next we've got this here. This is my Anthurium Veitchii. I got this plant, I just watered. So I'm getting a little bit of a bath. I just got this plant, well, I got this plant October of last year. When I brought it home, it had 3 leaves, right? And it's a seedling, obviously it's still a baby. And this thing grows so stinking slow. This is its newest leaf, but like I said, when I got it, it only had 3 leaves. When I got it home, I set it on my counter while I started to arrange my stuff, and one of my cats hopped up on the counter and chewed off one of the leaves that it had. So since then, I've made progress. This is my newest leaf, and things are starting to get bigger. So I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling very excited when it comes to that plant. I'm ready to see it get big, honestly. Yeah, I like it when those leaves start to get really big. It just, as all the Anthurium do, it touches a place within my soul that just makes me happy. Right? Right. So next we have my little Anthurium, supposed to be Forgetii. I bought this in the beginning, at the end of last year from That Plant Boy. I know there was some discrepancy over that kid this year. I don't know what happened, but you know what? I got a decent plant from him when I ordered it, so I can't complain. But I got this little baby here. It's supposed to be a Forgetii, but I have never in my life seen a Forgetii that has an open sinus. So I don't know if my plant's confused. We'll see, right? Either way it goes, this is the newest leaf it's pushing. It's still soft and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so next, when I did that Ecuador order, I ordered this baby here. This is my Anthurium Metallicum. I love this one because the leaves are like super stout. They're just like hefty, and they're sitting around saying, "What's up?" I mean, when you look at this plant, it's still tiny, but when it gets big, it's a what's up kind of plant. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. I really do. And right now, it's putting off another new leaf. This is its newest leaf it got recently. And this one's kind of growing slow too. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, if I'm doing anything wrong, or if it's just a slow grower. Anybody who has one of these, hit me up in the comments and let me know. Hey, and I just want to take a second and talk to you guys because, yeah, I really like doing YouTube. I enjoy it very much. And if you like this and you like my content, make sure you go ahead and give us a subscribe. If you feel the need to share it with your friends, go ahead and share it over on Facebook. I mean, I don't have a membership thing where you can join to support me or anything like that. But if you feel like supporting me, you know, I do the occasional plant purge. And I would also appreciate it if you'd share my channel. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's get back to the plants. Okay. Alrighty, next. I've got this little baby here, which is my Anthurium rotundastigmatum. These are the two leaves it came with. This is the newest leaf it's putting out in my care. I like this one as an adult, and of course, I'm going to put in adult pictures of all of these as I'm talking about them so you can see what it is I like about them the most. Yeah, this one, as they get bigger, and I like starting stuff tiny because it's a little bit more difficult to take care of, but then once it gets to be a larger plant, it's much easier. All right, you guys, so if the frame changed, I'm sorry. The phone rang. I had to get up and answer it. I'm recording from the phone today because I broke my camera tripod this morning and I have to get a new one. I have to order one. I just haven't taken the time to look and get a new one. So, here we are. This is my Anthurium Plowmanii I got in February from Plants and Pamperin' when I went over there to their Valentine's Day event. So it had these two leaves when I bought it. They're just two little babies. And we had our issues with watering, and I've told you before, thrips ran through my house, so there's a little bit of that there. And these two leaves it put out, and then it put out this leaf last. And this leaf, I don't know what's going on with this plant. To be fully honest, I'm still figuring it out. I think I'm doing something wrong. I'm not quite sure what. I've been thinking about changing the medium. I don't know, but it's pushing another new leaf. And this one's like a month old. So it's growing, but it's not thriving and looking beautiful. And I like my plants to be sexy, not sappy. And this is kind of sappy. So we're just going to set that one over to the side. Now, I'm a plant parent, and I really like my plants. And I try real hard to take care of them, make them all beautiful, but, you know, plants aren't always beautiful. So if you have a plant in your collection that doesn't necessarily look the prettiest, it's okay, because that leaf is temporary. It'll grow a new one. As long as you don't kill the plant, you'll grow a new one. Moving forward. All right. Here we have my Anthurium Villenaorum, however the hell you pronounce it. This is the newest leaf she just put out. Super pretty plant. I really like this one. Again, they look really good when they get bigger. And this, woo, talk about a stout ass leaf. Those things are almost like cardboard, y'all. They're kind of thick. They're meaty. They're chunky. And I guarantee you, if you bend one of these too far, it's going to snap. So don't bend one. But if you friggin' like this thing, go out and get you one because they're super cool. Super, super cool. Alrighty, you guys, and I just recently did a plant swap on my channel with Miss Leona. I did a bonus video on that earlier this week. I'll tag it for you so you can go ahead and take a look at it. But we did a plant swap, and I got an actual Anthurium Forgetii that came from Equigenera. This leaf here, and it's got a new little teeny... I watered. I did this too soon after watering, I think. And it's got a new teeny little baby coming in right there. I'm going to set that one off to the side. And then we got this little Crystallinum. I got this in a trade with her as well. I like it. I'm ready for it to start growing. We're just going to keep an eye on her. See what we can get her to do. And then I also got a little Magnificum stump. I'll insert some pictures because I've got it up there over under the grow light, and I already disturbed it today. I don't want to disturb it again, but I did take some pictures, so I'll go ahead and I'll input those for you so you can see what it looks like. That was all part of the trade with Ms. Leona. Now, we will get to this here. This big baby here. This is my Faustino's Giant. I got this at EFG Orchids. Super cool place. If you're ever here locally, definitely come check them out. They have a website. They do some stuff online. The cool stuff like this, you really got to come and find in person, or when they're doing one of their special events, they start putting out their better species. Like this last special event they did, Orchtoberfest. George was selling some Anthurium Crystallinum, but he had some good stuff. But he has that stuff set back because he's a grower. He grows the majority of the plants when it comes to stuff like that. So I got this there. I'll put a picture in. They're cool. They get big as shit. I'm definitely going to have a greenhouse and like shade cloth, and I need like 5 acres to be able to house the garden that I want to have. Just saying. One day. I will have it one day. I also got from George last year this baby here. Now you guys, do you see all this? Do you see all those leaves? This leaf is just now starting to harden. It's a new leaf it put out. And as you can see, it's got another one right there popping off. There have got to be 4 or 5 pups coming off of the plant that I got when I got this. And when I got this, it only had 3 leaves, 4 leaves, something like that. It still has its original leaves. It never lost a leaf. All it's done is started growing, and it's crazy because I had it inside, and I keep my house about 72 to 75, which is supposedly the temperature that these things like, blah, 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 where they come from, humidity, light, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, I put this out here in my garage underneath. It was a different light at the time. Now it's underneath this light that I have up here behind me, but as soon as I put it out here in the garage, after 8 months of owning it and it not doing dick, I put it out here in the garage where it gets to be 90 to 100 degrees. Humidity's at like 70% all the time. It was underneath an LED light, and this is what happened, you guys. This is what happened since then. All right, so I don't know. You can't always believe everything you say. You just got to experiment, and whatever works in your area for you in your house that makes your plants grow, that's what you need to do and stick with, because you get results. And honestly, you guys, I don't have, like, I'm not one of those people that sits down and researches my plants to the fullest to make sure I know exactly where they came from, exactly what kind of care they need, and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm a science-brained person. I like to experiment. So, and when I say science brain, that doesn't mean I'm one of them, super nerds. I mean, I have my bit of intelligence, and I like my certain things. Like, I'm a chemistry freak, and which is why I'm in cosmetology. I like hair color. I like tech. Anyway, oh, here we go. We're losing a leaf. Finally losing a leaf. Anyway, I'm into the experimentation part of things. Like, I'll try something out, and if it doesn't work, I tweak it. And if that doesn't work, I'll tweak it again. But I'll keep tweaking until I figure out exactly what my plant needs. And obviously, I've found it so far with this one. I'll tell you, the majority of my Anthurium I keep in a very airy, barky mix. And I try to put them in a mesh pot, a net pot, something that lets air breathe. These, I've got holes in this one, it's got its air vents around the bottom. This is an orchid pot. The majority of these are actually orchid pots. And if I didn't have an orchid pot, I made my own pot. I drilled holes into it to make sure that everything could breathe as it needs to. And it's growing lovely. I mean, there's a few of them that aren't like that, but the majority of them I've got like that. And everything seems to like it, honestly. I guess it just depends on your environment, how willing you are to learn a watering schedule. To be fully honest, I have moss on the top of my pots, and I've learned that once this moss is dry, it's pretty much time to water my plants because of the medium that they're in. My temperatures here in Florida, the humidity factor, all the things that need to be considered. Yep. So, I can give you care tips all day long. I can tell you what I do. My best advice that I can ever give for you guys is experiment. Experiment, 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 and see what works best for you. But don't let the experiment ride so long that you kill your plant, because that's not going to be good. And if you have any questions, absolutely feel free to hit me up, you guys, in the comments, on Instagram if you follow me there. You can even follow me over at my Facebook page, Oops, I Sold My Planties. But any of those places, I absolutely get back to everybody as quickly as I can. And I'm usually pretty fast because my channel's not that big yet, but here we are. All right, so I've got 2 more, and then we're going to be done with this mess. So we'll start with this one first. And anyone who was here last year when I got this plant will remember the disappointment when this came out of the pot. As first of all, y'all can see, she flowering, so mama doing something right. I'm doing something right. Okay, so I say that as she looks kind of rough in some places. This was the first leaf I got after she got sent to me. This is her first after shipping leaf I got. And as you can see, I was still struggling a little bit to get down the care. And then this leaf came and I was still struggling a little bit to get the care down a little bit better. And then we got this leaf. Now, I've got the care down pretty good. As you can see, she's not crisping up like the other one was. But you see this friggin' spot right here? You see this spot right here? I'll get you some close-ups of that. So, you remember those shipping leaves we talked about? You see how this baby crisped up right here? That's what they did too when they got here. And that mark that's on that leaf is from where the rough part, and this is crispy, y'all, but that's from where, as these leaves were growing out, they're so soft and they grow so fast that this scarred the leaf right here. So, if you have one of these and you have a crispy leaf that you don't absolutely have to have, cut that sucker off so it doesn't destroy your new leaves as they come in. But this baby's got some great roots. Head test, y'all. What? She's so pretty. Oh, goddamn, she's peeing on me. See, oh, you ain't my favorite no more. All right, so here we are to the final, which was one of my largest wish list plants for quite some time. And I saw Rachel over at Heart Shaped Leaves get hers from Equigenera, and I heard the price that she paid for it. And on a hope and a prayer that I was one of those first dirty plant hoes who heard it, I ran over to Equigenera's site, and they were still available. So I went ahead and I picked me up an Anthurium Regale. You guys, when I got this leaf, the shipping leaf was not that pretty, and it was smaller than this too. But it was not that pretty. It started to crisp up real good. It started to turn yellow. I was like, I got this leaf. Whack. Away went the other one. And we are left with this one here. But y'all, look at this. I mean, one of the easiest anthuriums I've had to care for. Like, God, I say that now, and I hope it doesn't kick the bucket on me. But this leaf came forth, prospered, grew. It got a little bit nicked when it was first coming out, and that's how it ended up here on the shelf hiding. And I'll show you guys some picture of that shelf once I get everything put back up there as it belongs. This has been fun, showing you guys my collection. I'll tell you what, I've got a few that I still want. Oh, yeah. So, again, anybody who's been around for a little while and anybody who follows me over on Instagram should remember, hopefully you remember, my little Anthurium Warrenquianum that I had gotten from Equigenera. She was doing so good. Like, I had gotten her to start rooting because when I bought her, she had one little bitty leaf and the roots weren't in great shape. So I got her, I started saving her. Her roots were starting to look good. She popped a gorgeous new big leaf. And then all of a sudden, one day, she went downhill, and I don't know exactly what happened, but the stump rotted. I'll input some pictures because you know I took them of the decline, and then of the sad day when she took the Hershey Highway to plant heaven. All right, you guys. So that is it for my Anthurium collection. I do hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, go down below, give us that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and make sure that notification bell is set to all so you can get notified anytime that I upload, because I like to share my plants. I like to share my love of plants. I like to share how I take care of my plants. I like to share when I go shopping for plants. And if you like it, come along. And as I always say here on my channel, thanks for coming to hang out. Y'all come back and bring your friends. If you don't want to bring your friends, that's cool, because you guys are the reason I'm here and I'm doing this. I love you, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace out. Oh, shit. There's one more. Let me go get it. Damn it. Can't tell if you're recording or not, but we're going to assume. Oh. Now that I think I got every damn thing. Probably not. I'm probably still missing something somewhere. Something somewhere.